is my very first YouTube tutorial, and I'm so excited to show y'all how I make this hair flyer. But just as a side note, this is my second time redoing this flyer. Apparently I hit the button and it paused, and so it was not recording. So without further ado, I'll try to talk through as I do it, but yeah. So I do try to start off with my background first. And I do like to have a lot of motions in my flyers in general. And I'm just going to shorten this. Or you can leave it as long as you want, but we're going to shorten this because I don't want it to take up that much space. So I'm going to shorten it to about 4 seconds or so. I'm going to hit done. And then I also want another layer. And we're going to make this transparent, of course, so you can see the video through it. And I'm just going to play it so I can see the video through it. Okay. So that's that. Now I'm going to add my photo that I'm going to use. Well, let me just move one at a time. I'm going to take the background out. And while we wait for the slow background to remove, if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you follow me on Instagram. My name on Instagram is the Canva Cafe. And as you can see, it took out a little bit too much. So you can just hit the restore button and hit original so you can see what the original image is. And then you can, I was wondering why I didn't use this the last time, because I remember it took out too much of it and I had to come back in here and do all this extra work. So sometimes you just have to, until Canva, becomes more powerful, or more precise, I should say. So this, you won't see this much in my flyer because this is going to be in the back somewhere, but I still at least want to restore the image. And I'm going to delete some of this, and I just shrink down my brush size. And usually when I'm doing detail work, I like to enlarge my videos, my screen, so I can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going in here, erasing some of this darkness. And I'll leave some of it. And I think that's good enough for what we're going to do. I'm just going to make sure I get some more of my little arm up here. Okay, that's good enough for me. Okay, and then we're just going to hit done. And hit apply, and I'm going to back up off y'all. And with Canva, a lot of times you have to make sure that the image is set before you move it, because sometimes it'll revert back to the previous image and you don't want that. So sometimes you got to be a little patient and just wait a few seconds until right here pops up where it says restore image. It doesn't say restore image. Come on, read, Bakisa. It says restore original. So when it says that, then you know it's done all that it needs to do. And so I'm going to sit it over here, and I'm going to shrink it a little bit So I just want it in the back. I'm not officially sure how I want it until I place the other image there. So I'm just gonna add a little shadow. I don't really have to for this particular image. Well, yes I do. Where am I lying? And I'm gonna just change the position of the shadow to the left side at the top left, because on this side you won't be able to see it anyway. So I like to put the shadow where you can see it. And so I'm gonna wait a few seconds for it to do its thing. There, it did its thing. And okay, so I'm gonna blow it up just a little bit more. I think that's good enough. And then I'm gonna make it a little transparent, because I didn't mean to do it like that. Okay, yeah. I don't want to do too much right now. And then let me get my other image. And I'm gonna go ahead and take out the background out of this one with the background remover. And if I'm not mistaken, because I've had Canva Pro forever now, I'm not one of those new people who just hopped on Canva. I've been on here for a little while. I've been doing this so long, I can't. Oh yeah, background remover is a pro element, a pro feature. And if you don't have Canva Pro, I will leave in the description a link to try Canva Pro free for 30 days with my link, if you so desire. If not, you ain't got to. Okay. So now I'm going to add another shadow for this one. And I don't know why I'm standing like that. It look like I'm throwing my hip out. And I want the shadow at the top. Still on top, right? Yeah, that's good enough. And we gotta wait for it to set. I'm waiting for it. Waiting. So in the future, I probably will, and probably do, speed up some of these tutorials in between so that you're not stuck. So I'm just positioning this so I can see how much of it I want to keep. I guess that's good enough. All right. So I'm just gonna move her being me down here for 1 second. And then let me grab one of these elements here. And what I'm going to do is just match the background. It takes so long to load. Okay. I think the Wi-Fi, everybody must be using the Wi-Fi or something. So all I'm doing, I'm just matching this blur with my background. And then I just want to, you know what? Let me match these two up exactly so I don't have two separate lines. I'm just blending out two things. Me over here, my little edge right here, and the line where the video starts and finishes. So, okay. And then I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add one more blur, just because. Hold on. Let me put me up here for a second so I can use it for the color reference. Well, maybe can I get to it? We'll see. Okay, hold on. Let me go back real quick. Let me grab this image real quick. Let me grab this real quick. And I'm just clicking the dual tone. And I'm just gonna change the color. Let's see. Hold on, let's see. I just how I want to do. Just going to do it. All right, so I'm gonna do it with this one. Get rid of this. Just get on here. Okay, I just want to make sure it's behind this image right here. Let's pull it up here. And we're going to move it over a little bit. So just want a nice transition. Okay. And now we're going to add some more little elements before we go on. You know what? I think in the other one, I had used this too. I think I had used it too. Let's see. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't even. Okay. I'm just adding a few little details. Yeah, I think like clean right there better. Okay. I think I'll move me up a little bit more so I can see my eyes. Okay. All right. So now we need to put our words up here, what we're selling. And I'm just going to copy and paste just to make it go a little quicker. See? And then I'll just go ahead. I'll go ahead and do the text. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I can't change the fonts to moon time. We're gonna duplicate it about 3 times. The first one we're going to turn this white. And it might be slightly different from the other one because I'm just doing something right now. And then the second one is going to be green. Where's the green? This we're gonna also use the effect of hollow, and we are going to put it on top. And let me blow it up. When I do things like this, I like to blow, not this big. Oh my gosh. Blow it up so I can see what I'm working with. And yeah. But even before I do that, let me back up. Let me add a page because I didn't lock all the elements and I don't want to have to move all the elements just to group these words together. So I'm just going to build my words on another page. That way I can group everything together without. And this is something you can do too. You can layer them in whatever color you want. I think I'll do this. But let me see. Hold on. Let me group it together first for 1 second. Because usually I would suggest doing your words on the exact background so you know if the colors match or not, or if the colors are going to blend in too much, to make sure it's not, the green isn't too blending in too much. But this one is fine. I leave it like that because I was going to do it the other way around with the white and the black, and then I'm going to show you what I wanted to do. Let me ungroup this real quick because I was going to put, what happened here? I was going to put this one to the back. I was going to put this one on top of it. I need to use my mouse so that I can move it like one little pixel at a time so I can be a little bit more precise. Okay, I was going to do it like that, and then I was going to put that one on top. But the other one is fine. So that's what we have so far. And then we can put our out other images, which is this hair bundle. Well, it's not a bundle, it's a closure. Should be a frontal, but that's the picture we get, so this one's gonna work with. And as soon as the picture sets, there it goes, because it says restore original. And we're gonna shrink it just a little bit. And I'm gonna pull it out because I want to see some of the lace. And I'm gonna duplicate it because I want to use it up there too. But let me just. Last time I used the drop shadow, this time I'm just going to use the glow. But let me see. I'm just adjusting the blur, the transparency, and things like that, because I'm just doing it to my liking. Alright, that's good enough. We'll wait for that to set. Now, you don't have to spin it around like I did. You could just use the flip button and flip it, but I just didn't feel like doing it. Okay, so now I'm going to position it to the back. I'd be glad when Canva moves this thing where when you click it, you can still see your design. Because when you're doing things like this, you can't see how many, you have to keep on moving it so I could see where my image is. So it's kind of annoying. Okay, that's good enough. So this is our flyer. And let me hit the video so you can see the motion in the back. And that is how you make a motion flyer. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. This is one of many more to come. And thank y'all. I was a little nervous, but I'll get over it later on. All right, thank y'all.